Hey guys, it's Mike at Narcoleptic and Steven at Narcoleptic. Hey, so he's working on the trailer, getting some welding done tonight, and I'm going to be working on the Land Cruiser. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Hopefully building the battery tray tonight and getting it, getting some. All right, so snip this one off, snip these four, covered them up. Now I'm going to take and electrical tape all of that together so it has more of this factory look, and plus it keeps everything nice and tight. All right, let's talk how shitty this looks, okay? Here's my problem with it. It is now kind of in my way. I think I'm going to mount the battery here, but to do that, I really need this out of the way. So my plan is to route it inside the fender well, inside the opening here, and bring it out up here. So I'll flip it to time lapse while I fish all of this through all of that. All right, so much better looking. I'll obviously move these into this hole. Actually, we'll do that now. One of these is the keyed, the yellow is the keyed 12 volt, and the red is the constant power the computer needs. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece here, and I'm going to put it, I'm going to mount it on through this little hole right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to bend it up. Right here, I'm going to bend it so it will lay flat against the piece here. And then I'll build a bracket that'll hold to the back of the fender well up to the bottom of the battery tray. So let's get started on that. So here's what we're going to do. I've cut the piece down out of the scrap piece we had, went ahead and bent it, drilled the hole. Basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to measure up 2 inches, which is what we had earlier. Okay, let's put this right here so I can get to it in just a second. Okay, so we're going to measure up 2 inches because that's the area we need. So we're going to come up to here so I can see it. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to take this level, okay, because it's got the hole in the top. I'm going to place it on the dot, and then we'll get it to where it's level. And then I'm going to draw a line on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but that'll be the angle we'll need to make it come underneath the battery tray that we'll end up building. That way it supports it from here on the side, okay, this way. And then once we get it bent and the sheet cut, then we can figure out how far we need to come to here to help support the back. Okay, so you can see we got it bent up there. Basically, and I'm not using, obviously not using this when we're fixing to make one, but it'll sit like that. I'll weld this flat piece to the bottom here. Battery will go on here. The extra bracket will fit from the base of this down to the fender, okay? That way, scoots it, well, it doesn't matter where that bit sits right now, but that'll kind of give you an idea of how it will mount. Now, the benefit, in my mind, to this is that you can get to the bolt here easily, and then I'll actually weld a nut onto the base for here. So all you'll have to do is find the hole, and you can run a bolt right through the fender well. That way you're not trying to put a nut and bolt on with your hands down in there anyway. Okay? Let's get started with the battery tray because that one ain't gonna work. All right, guys. So big chunk of scrap metal. I've got it lined out here. Okay, I'm gonna get that cut real quick. I'm not gonna put y'all through all that, so we'll get that done. Okay, so we got our first little rendition set up there. Let's hope it holds it. Ha-ha! And it'll fit it'll stay under the hood. Boom! That's awesome. So I've got, I drilled a hole here in the front to hold the front part here. We've got the bracket underneath, holding it there. And now I'm gonna build one for the back that will hold it. And then we'll work on probably bending the edges here or creating a line. Once I actually get the battery that we'll use for the truck, creating a system here to keep the battery in place. But then we'll also run a strap over the top down to tie it down. So anyways, battery tray is mostly done. I'm gonna go in now and clean some of this stuff up. Well, sorry I didn't get much more than what I had there, but my battery just completely died on the phone. So basically I have this made to fit on the fender like we talked about. This bolts into the factory spot, this bolts into the factory spot. And right now, I'm lining this up. It doesn't matter. We'll throw a tack on here real quick. We'll make sure that'll work. All right. So, main goal is to see if it fits that spot. So this is the harder one to get in. All right, so it'll work. It will work. I am going to weld it in now and be done with that part. Okay, I gotta get you up close here because it's plugged into the wall because my battery is still almost dead. All right, so we got the battery tray semi-made. I will paint it tomorrow night. But essentially this bolts to the factory mount in the fender. This bolts to the factory hole, and I drilled a hole for this one to bolt to. That way I'm supported on all spots here to weight of the battery. Now once we have the battery figured out and which one we're going to use, I'll go in and build a ridge around the edges and then also build a way to mount it down in case he is four-wheeling. So anyways. Woohoo! Rear drive shaft is in. I want to show you what I'm working on tonight. Who of my friends enjoys wiring? Especially when it's cut at the firewall, you got to figure out what to do with all this. Now, a lot of this stuff has come out because it used to run, like part of this is the engine harness. So a lot of that has come out. So we're left with this bundle here to match up and wire in together. So I'm going to be working on that while I wait on the owner of the Land Cruiser to bring a battery. All right, so we're going to see if we can actually move out here to do the soldering, because working under the dash is a real pain in the butt. So, sheesh, finally, golly, 20 minutes later, I'm going inside and outside and figuring out how to get to that one, and so I'm gonna work through some of these. I've only got about another 30 minutes out here before the girls get home, so it's pizza and a movie night, so I gotta get to work. So let's talk for a second. This is where it becomes difficult, when you just simply snip a whole bundle of wires to save yourself about 10 minutes of time. So we have these wires, okay, which go to the blinkers, okay. But do all of these go to like this blinker and this blinker and this blinker down here that'll eventually turn into something? Okay, well, no, they don't go to that one because that one's got a stripe on it. But this one's green. This one here's green, but it doesn't have any dots. This one's green, but it doesn't have any dots. Well, these are green with little yellow dots. Okay, awesome. Being that a 90 Land Cruiser isn't something that is LS swapped a whole lot, there's not a lot of material out there to where I can jump on, you know, and find like the 66 GMC wiring diagram to pull that up. So I've worked for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes now probably, and have wired 3 wires, mainly because they're cut too short at the firewall. You know, they could have come out, I don't know, another 4 inches and saved me a ton of time. But the problem is I'm having to work way back here. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep working through it, and I'm gonna have to do some research now. All right, guys, I gotta quit for tonight. Family's headed home with pizza and a movie, and I didn't see them last night. So I'm gonna leave you guys with this jumbled mess of wires here. I do feel confident the next couple days I'll be able to get back out here, turn this light off. We'll be able to get back out here and figure this stuff out. We also got the battery over here tonight, so maybe I can knock that out on Friday. So anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel to keep up with everything that's coming, and guess we'll see you soon. Hey, just a quick bonus scene, because I know some of the people watch till the end. I finally feel like we are at a point that I can make sort of a list. It's very 10,000 feet flyover right now, just of stuff I could think of on my way out the door. I'll be adding to it, obviously, to make sure I get all the stuff. So anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great night.